Game studios nowadays, they really love to drop remakes whenever they run out of ideas. And sometimes getting a remake is just not worth paying full price for a game that came out decades ago. For example, Last of Us. That game came out in 2013. And if you look at the graphics, it still looks good. You don't need to have a remake, right? It got a remaster the year after the original came out. And now it's getting a full-on remake for current gen consoles. Bruh! Come on! Look at this! It still looks good! No one's gonna pay $70 for a game that costs $20 on the PS4. Oh. Mensen zijn echt beos. But sometimes, you know, you get your rare occasion where a remake ends up being better than the original. But it's very rare that happens. Resident Evil 2 Remake was the first ever remake that I ended up buying in my life. And even when the game got announced, my got so hard that I ended up playing the original one just to get ready for the remake. I then tried playing the original Resident Evil 3 right after I finished both the Resident Evil 2 versions, but I ended up getting softlocked while fighting Nemesis, because I did the rookie mistake of saving everything in one save file. But that's a story for another time. And then Resident Evil 2 Remake got so popular and highly rated by the fellow gamers that they sniffed the money that they could make out of these remakes, and they decided to remake the third game as well. But that one didn't seem to turn out as good as the previous one, because people weren't happy that they cut a lot of stuff like the clock tower, for example, and some other things I've heard. But since I haven't played none of these versions, this is my honest reaction. What's wrong with me? Following the praise that Resident Evil 2 Remake got, a lot of developers started dropping the remake after remake. We're getting yet another Resident Evil remake of the fourth game, which, not gonna lie, I'm pretty hyped for to go full on this. We even got freaking Konami. They didn't drop any games in like forever, and now they just decided to come back with a remake of Silent Hill 2. Not the first one, they just straight up went to the second game. And there's a whole bunch of new Silent Hill games coming out as well, which is probably to get the losses back from their NFTs, right? I'm so funny. Then you got other remakes. You have System Shock, Alone in the Dark with Your Mom, and the one that we're gonna focus on right now is Dead Space, baby. Everyone was skeptical about the remake, afraid that it wouldn't feel like the original game and that it would have a total different feel. Because we saw what they did with the third game, right? I haven't played it yet, but a lot of people compare it to Resident Evil 5, and let's be honest, it's not a good thing to compare to. But holy moly, it was amazing! Not only did they improve the graphics drastically, the graphic looks marvelous, but they added a whole bunch of new cool stuff to enjoy the game, and it just feels like a total new game. Remember that awful zero gravity in the original Dead Space where it would give everyone a headache and it will make you throw up, where it will look something like this?
Oh my god, bro.
Oh, hell no, man. What the fuck?
And now it looks like this. Mashallah. Weapons are also more useful now. The plasma cutter is still OP as ever. Your pulse rifle has now proximity mine instead of a useless 360 no scope quick shot MLG Pro, whatever that is. The line gun now has a cool laser alternative fire, which in itself can be pretty useless if you don't use your big brain. Instead of doing this basic ass shit, what you want to do is something like this. Shout out to this guy that got recommended to me on YouTube. But they didn't just add new things, they also got rid of things. Listen. They removed wasted nodes. That's right, you don't have to keep that one node in your inventory like in the original in case you find a locked door that can be opened with a node. This time, as you progress the game, you get a clearance level. You get to 1, 2, and 3, and then the master one. It makes you want to explore the Ishimura at free will because you go, oh, I got a clearance level. Time to go there where I couldn't go before. It same goes for the upgrade bench. You know, in the original, you would have empty shells you'd have to waste nodes on just to get the upgrade you wanted. Not here. Every node you use gets you something in return. The remake also offers cool new side quests that are totally worth doing. Isaac Clarke is also fully voiced over this time around by the same voice actor, Gunnar Wright, which, you know, finally gives Isaac some personality that was kind of missing.
Mr. Clarke, come in.
Fuck this ship.
You're alive. Altman be.
Fuck Altman too.
And people are shitting on that. It's crazy that people always find something to complain about. First, it was Nicole looking like she's a freaking mummy and she's like 90 years old. Which I guess I understand. You're a horny motherfucker and you want to jerk off to a young ass Nicole. But hey, listen, this is Dead Space. You want to jerk off? Go to this website, right? That starts with P and it ends with B. But there's people complaining about Isaac Clarke as well, that he's talking? Like, this is so much better. It gives him more personality and it makes him more real. He can finally add his input on what needs to be done throughout the journey. So if you're really talking shit about that, you really need to go outside and touch some grass. And one of the best features about this game is how there's no more loading screens throughout chapters where you have to take the train every time. Now you can walk freely through all of Ishimura without having to worry about loading screens or chapters. Pretty cool, right? Dead Space is a perfect remake. They removed things that were annoying and added a whole bunch more of extra content. Even certain missions are different. Certain missions that were a pain in the ass, like the shooting turrets, they made it more fun and enjoyable, which now you have to go through a zero gravity area and you have to synchronize the turrets by shooting down some steroids, meteorites, steroids, the rocks. The big rocks. They even added a freaking alternate ending that you can unlock in New Game Plus. No one asked for that. No one asked for an alternate ending, but they did it anyways. And that's when you know that true love was put in this remake. You know, seeing this gives me hope for the future of games and remakes in general. And maybe, who knows, even EA. I know, EA, the same company that fucked Visceral Games in the ass, the guys that made Dead Space, by the way, but they let the other studio do whatever they wanted, and hopefully they'll see that and they'll think, oh, maybe we're the assholes after all, maybe we just need to let the studios do whatever they want to do. I hope Capcom also learned their mistake with Resident Evil 3 and that they would at least keep some of the charm that made Resident Evil 4 the incredible game that it is today. But then again, this is just a remake, and Callisto Protocol is still a better game than Dead Space. Thank you all so much for watching this video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a comment down below what you thought of the game Dead Space. Do you prefer the original? Do you prefer the remake? Let me know. Let's have a nice argument. I'm gonna tell you why you're wrong. And also, we have a little Discord you want to join if you want to stay up to date when I go live here on YouTube. Currently, I'm attempting the impossible run using plasma cutter only. So I want to keep following this thing. So when I follow this thing right here. Oh, I'm so scared. I'm so scared. Just keep running. Oh boy, I'm gonna die. There's no way! I fucking knew it. I fucking knew it. No. So, if you want to see me getting scared, subscribe, leave a like, join the Discord to know when I go live. Alright? Peace. See ya all to the next video. Bye-bye! I tried to fart, but it didn't work.